Hello family, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are watching from. Recently I've had my son's friend asked, how is your mom? And my son was wondering, but how do you know that my mom was in hospital? And his friend from Malawi said to him, I follow your mom. I'm like, hey, my daughter. So we are being watched. It's a good thing, you know, it's a good thing because this is the legacy we are going to leave behind even when we are no more. My name is Joy Mohale. If it's your first time, right, to connect to this Mihloti Joy Mohale channel, I just want to welcome you. And to those that have already subscribed, thank you for subscribing and sharing the content. I am receiving good content, I'm receiving comments, I'm receiving encouragements often. So today what I want to talk about, you guys, is how to spot a scam. You know the issue of scams, ne? It happens with people maybe who are not tech savvy, and sometimes it happens with anybody because the scammers don't care who they are going to scam. Whether you are young, whether you are old, as long as they can get hold of what they want. I'll tell you later about it, but I was scammed recently, I think about 2 months ago on TikTok, right? But this issue of scamming, when I look at it, it's an age-old thing. I grew up in Middle and Soweto, so often they would send us to go to town to either lay by or buy something from the city. And they would tell us, never talk to strangers, never talk to anyone, never answer anybody because, you know, the city is full of scammers. And as I said, that it's an age-old thing. One of the scams I remember was when one of my cousins went to town one day and she was scammed. How was she scammed? She was shown a box of shoes, beautiful, beautiful box of shoes and brand new shoes. And they said to her, listen, these shoes cost a certain amount, but because it's you, man, you know, it's as if they are your relatives or something like that. We will give them to you at such and such a price. And we are just going to go to the shop and bring the pair. So, but what you must do is just when we give you the pair of brand new shoes, give us the money. Don't open this box until you get home. She was scammed. When she got home, she had lost the money. Not only that, the box was full of stuff, but if I can tell you, it was not shoes, right? So they sold her empty boxes, and when she got home, she was very, very disappointed. But, you know, we were not so kind back then back in the days. We laughed like, yo, Joe, how can you be scammed like this? So it can happen to anybody. We are living in an era of technology. Everything is done online. I've had people complain of how they were scammed, whether it's on WhatsApp, whether it's, email or whatever. So we have to be very, very careful. We have elderlies in our communities. So let it be us, the younger ones, that are bringing this awareness in our communities and warn them that, listen, don't talk to strangers. Even recently, one of our gogos in the church, I saw something she posted on Facebook that she was warning the elderlies to never speak to anybody at the mall, wherever. Just keep quiet, keep your cool. She says she does not know what happened. Her bag was stolen, her money was stolen, and guess what? She even gave those people a PIN code. I'm thinking, they must have bewitched her, you understand? And often I see on these channels for entertainment on DSTV, a lot of people have been scammed, a lot of people are crying. So the reason why I'm doing this content today is to create awareness, and so that in our communities we raise a strong support system in our communities. So how was I almost scammed? Now I'm on TikTok, scrolling, sometimes we get bored. Even as a pastor, you do get bored and you're like, okay, I'm just going to go, guess what? I found something that I was looking for. Or maybe the algorithm was because or as a result of me Googling that particular thing. It's called a fat sack. It's sold in Cape Town. I think it originates from somewhere. I don't know. And now they say this special is for South Africans. It's just less than 1,000. And if you know, a fat sack is just a lot of money, between 4,000 and 9,000, depending on the material that you want to buy. And I thought, oh my God, this is what I was looking for. Deposited the money. It was on a Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm thinking, okay, these people are no longer answering. What is happening now? And I tried to follow up on email. I tried to go on their website. It's dololo, nowhere to be found. You know what? On a Monday, I quickly called my bank, the fraud section, and reported that matter. And within a few days, they were able to see that it's a scam and they refunded me. But can you imagine how many people have been scammed? And if you are following the topic of my advertisement on social media, I said how to spot a financial scam. But here's the thing, guys. A scam, every scam is financial because the scammers are looking for money. So a scam is a dishonest scheme. It's a fraud. You all watched, maybe not all of you, but anyway, the Tinder swindler, how he swindled all those unsuspecting, beautiful women who were looking for love. And, they were trusting in such a way that they were willing to borrow that guy some money, The money was never returned. You understand? So we live in a world where, we are surrounded by scammers and, all sorts of things. And then there's various types of scams that I want you to be aware of. Share with your family, share with the elderly. My mother never had online banking. She preferred to go to the bank. And sometimes I thought, But now, in hindsight, looking back, I'm thinking she was safer there because, she's from the old generation. And she knew that when you are going to the bank, you don't talk to strangers, you just do your business and you just go back home. So there are various types of scams. There's an advance fee. I know someone who was scammed. It was a tender, and they say we are looking for such and such, items to be supplied. And this person says, yeah, I can supply it. But these people, they've set their phones, you can receive a phone call from a 021 number. So you assume it's from Cape Town. And then they say, we want these items. And then when you Google, they can only be found from a particular supplier. And then she checks, she gets the supplier. Little does she know that these people are in cahoots, same WhatsApp group, they're working together. And now what those people, suppliers, would tell you that, okay, we do have some items, we do have some goods. However, we want you to pay upfront so that we can deliver. Guess what? She lost 10,000 rand. 10,000 is a lot of money. And when she went to report at the police station, there was another elderly gentleman that was scammed. That is an advanced scam. It's also called 419. And also where they can hack your computer. We all know about the post office saga, what happened, and a lot of money was stolen. And also the job and employment scams. Wow. We have a lot of joblessness in South Africa. Our unemployment rate is very high. And people are desperate. People who have gone to school, graduates, are desperate. There's also people, maybe they've gone to school or not, but they are looking for employment. And most of these advertisements that they see in the newspapers or on internet or Facebook, wherever, it's a scam. And sometimes these job and employment scams are connected to human trafficking. So be careful out there. Be careful. So let's share this video. Let's share this information so that people can know never to do anything they're not supposed to do. Another scam is the lottery competition. If you know that you've not played any competition, you've not entered any competition whatsoever, how can you win? You know very well. I know someone who told me, Mama, I've won something. I asked her, have you entered that competition? She said no. And I said to her, please, man, respect yourself. You understand? So let's warn people. And the online shopping, that's what happened to me via TikTok with that fat sack. It's a nice sit, you know. It's cushiony, and it can accommodate 1, 2, or 3 people. So I really thought, but I bless the Lord that He saved me from that. And there's also charity and medical scams and dating and romance scams. If you can Google and just check romance scams or dating scams, you'll see that it's mostly the elderly. They are on pension, they have money, they are lonely, and people just swindle them like that. And I feel so sorry for those elderlies. And it happens even in South Africa. So let us warn our mamas. Let us warn our aunties. Let us warn bo mamukulu, bo mamani. Let us warn our nieces. You understand? Even guys can be scammed, you know? So if something looks too good to be true, you have nothing to do with that thing. Let's leave things alone. So be warned. Be warned. This is very serious. You have worked very hard for that money. You don't want to be losing money now. So it calls all of us to be vigilant, okay? And there's also the banking scam. According to BizTech, in 2021 in South Africa, the financial scams alone cost the financial sector 295 million in 2021 alone, just in the banking sector. You know, people would call you and say, listen, maybe it's a SIM swap, or someone has, you know, deposited money accidentally. Okay, we want you to pay back the money or something. Or it would come as a form of you having to click something. So our banks are always warning us, do not click the link. Do not click the link, right? So rather call your bank just to verify, okay? And there's also that one of the SIM swap. I'm going to read what SABRIC has said. Now, this information is out there in social media. They have published their annual statistics on fraud and other crimes impacting the banking sector in 2021, showing a significant jump. SIM swap alone. Fraud in the country costing an average the victim 17,800 per incident. SIM swaps alone. And the number of incidents in South Africa involving SIM swaps increased from 2,686, right? Incidents in 2020, 2,686 in 2020, to 4,386 reported cases in 2021, a jump of 63%. So the more tech savvy we become, the more vigilant we have to become, because these scammers always find a way of how they can enrich themselves, and also at the cost of unsuspecting people. And one of the things that I would love to say to you, always check your bank statement line by line, item by item. That's how vigilant we are, so that you can also question the bank. I'm not aware of this debit. And what the banks have done now with the banking apps, you can question a debit order that you are not aware of. So that is your right. You don't want to be scammed by criminals. And this is why I'm doing this this YouTube video just for you, for your loved ones, for the communities, because every day we keep on hearing how people have been scammed. The 419 advance scams, ne? This is what they do when they ask for you to pay your fee upfront. It's called the 419 scams. In Nigeria, they call them Yahoo boys. So you and your company may have been a victim of this scam of fraud if, number one, you were promised funds by someone you've never heard of in return for assisting someone to transfer millions of dollars or millions of rands. These are called 419 advance scams. You may have fallen victim if you have been advised that you are the beneficiary of a multi-million-dollar inheritance. Oh, we receive these every day. At first, I used to say, okay, take the money. I don't want it, responding to the scammers. But now I just block everything. I advise you to do the same. Just block them, all these SMSs that you are receiving, okay? And they also advise that you are the winner of a lottery, even though you never bought a ticket. 419 advance scam. And they offer a fantastic business opportunity. Run away. Run away. And they also offer a confidential business proposal, and also they offer unsecured loan. Run away. Run away, run away, run away. I also checked, the financial statistics of scams worldwide. These figures are big. Fraud alone, looking at the global economy, fraud alone in 2019, this is an article by Crow. Fraud alone cost the global economy, you know how much? Okay, over $5 trillion US dollars. So you guys, please keep safe as far as your finances are concerned. Make sure that you keep your information confidential, you keep it hidden somewhere safe, and also be in the business of changing your password. Change your password. Timex, every now and then, change your password, okay? And these are the stats on financial scam. South Africa. And South Africa's romance con, they call it rom-cons, cost hopeless romantics. Ooh, everybody needs love. Everyone needs to be loved. Oh, our mothers, our sisters, our nieces, they are lonely. And then they go to these dating apps and they see someone like, those actors, like, wow. Kanti, they are going to be scammed. So an online study says in South Africa alone, the romantic cons cost more than 130 million. More than 130 million. And also, here's another one. Catfish scams have surged during the pandemic. Remember, we are buying online now. You don't have to be going to a store. You don't have to be driving anywhere. Everything we do online. So these ones, as people spend more time on the net, they are isolated from social gatherings. So make sure that you log off. Make sure that you disconnect, everything that has to do with your password. Here's another one. South African scammers who have created fake profiles to feign romantic interest from financial gain defrauded some 134 million rands in 2020, according to a study by Tech Schindler. And while South Africa only accounts for only 2% of all reported catfish incidents in the top 20 countries, the average victim loses 3 times more money when the scammer is in South Africa. Online scammers in South Africa, they create fake profiles to attract people. So be careful. So I've also stopped befriending people on Facebook or what's this other social media platform, on Instagram as well, because when you get these friendship requests, you find that everyone is in trading. Everyone is a business person. Everyone just wants to scam you of something. They can also hijack your profile and create fake profiles and ask people for money. All right? Okay, here's what you can do, because now we want to help the community. You are also, being aware of, I haven't changed my password in a long time. I've not logged off my Facebook account or any other account. So log off today. Change your password, something like that. If you receive advanced or those 419 fraud scam letters and lottery scams, they say you must forward all documents and correspondence to Interpol. These are like international police. And they will in turn communicate with the local police and to, report these commercial crimes. And recently, as you know, there were people that were caught in South Africa and they were extradited, in the USA. So let us be careful, guys. Let us be careful, right? So don't send money to strangers. Don't talk to strangers at the mall. Someone was scammed recently. She was robbed of, her money in the bank. She does not even know how she gave them her own PIN number. Do not click any links on your phone or email. And sometimes it looks legit because they copy the logo from your bank, from, companies that look legit. So be suspicious every time. Don't just click. Rather, call your bank, like I said. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to Mihloti Joy Mogale. Share this. Like it. Comment. I'd love to hear how you were personally scammed, or if you know someone who was scammed, how were they scammed? Did the police help? And also, how can we generally help each other by being careful, right? So I'm looking forward to hearing your comments from me to you. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day and remain vigilant. This is Joy Mogale. The Lord bless you. Until next time.